What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then welcome to our little corner of the internet. Today we're going to be watching a video titled The Rise of Chick-fil-A. We do not have a Chick-fil-A in Spain, but I've heard so much about Chick-fil-A that it's only right for me to understand the rise of it. So let's see what this video is about.
Chick-fil-A. It's a fast food chain with chicken sandwiches said to be so good, even McDonald's wants to steal them. And
Oh wait, is Chick-fil-A the place where they got the viral chicken sandwiches? Where, like, when everybody went crazy?
it has a reputation so controversial, entire cities have banned the restaurant from their airports.
What?
Critics say Chick-fil-A has a history of supporting and donating millions of dollars to anti-LGBTQ organizations, which has drawn the ire of lawmakers and civilians alike.
Chick-fil-A's values are not Chicago values.
But it also has its share
What? When did this happen? It's a chicken store. What?
of ardent supporters. Whatever you think of the company's policy,
What is actually going on? I thought I was gonna watch a video on, like, I don't know, like how Chick-fil-A was created and what type of sandwiches they have. This is crazy.
Chick-fil-A's sales are on a tear. As of June 2019, it is the third biggest restaurant chain in the US by system-wide sales, and it generates the most sales per store of any fast food restaurant in the country. The ascent is so rapid that even McDonald's and Popeyes are taking note. In July 2019, McDonald's franchise owners demanded the company add a Southern-style chicken sandwich to its menu in order to keep pace with Chick-fil-A. A month later, Popeyes debuted its own chicken sandwich on a buttered roll with pickles, the first to be sold by the chain nationwide.
Wow.
Chick-fil-A is also eating market share from giants in the chicken category, like KFC.
Why do I feel like the viral chicken sandwich was from Popeyes? Was it not? Or was it from Chick-fil-A? I can't remember.
And Wingstop. So how is it that a restaurant that's ensnared in controversy and closed on Sundays is next in line to overtake Starbucks and McDonald's?
Wow.
It all started in Atlanta, Georgia, where Chick-fil-A's founder, S. Truett Cathy, was raised and where the company is now headquartered. Cathy grew up watching his mother prepare chicken in traditional Southern fashion. In 1926, the 25-year-old and his younger brother cobbled together about $10,000 to open a diner called Dwarf Grill. Legend has it, that's where Cathy invented Chick-fil-A's original chicken sandwich. Fried in peanut oil and served on a bun with pickles, the menu item regularly sold out. So, in 1967, he opened the very first Chick-fil-A in the Greenbrier Mall in Atlanta. From the outset, Cathy implemented a policy still in place to this day. All stores would be closed on Sundays. A devout Christian, he reasoned that Sundays were for spiritual worship. Cathy
Is there, like, in America, do you guys have your stores open on Sundays? Because in Spain they close on Sundays, so on Sundays you can't even go to the grocery store. There's like no store open. All the stores are closed. And today is Sunday, by the way. But yeah, so if you want to go grocery shopping, you better do it on a Saturday. If not, then no bueno.
He carried those Christian values with him to Chick-fil-A's flagship store, which featured an upbeat logo of a bright red chicken. Cathy said the A of the company's name represented grade A chicken. He was one of the first to envision putting fast food in malls. And as malls began to grow in popularity, Chick-fil-A was taken along for the ride.
Wow, Chick-fil-A goes way back.
Between 1971 and 1974, Chick-fil-A tripled in size, expanding into the rest of Georgia and the
Wow.
Carolinas, and continuing through the South and Southwest. In 1986, Chick-fil-A decided to grow beyond malls by opening its first freestanding restaurant. By 1993, its 500th restaurant had opened. But this pushed it into competition with established chicken-focused fast food chains like KFC, which also opened in the South 15 years before Chick-fil-A.
Wow, KFC goes way back.
Chick-fil-A didn't have as much money as those companies to spend on advertising, so it decided to make a splash another way. In 1995, it put up huge billboards on the side of highways in the Southeast. The first billboard featured a pair of cows scrawling "Eat More Chicken" to try to get people to stop eating beef. The campaign went viral, and it worked. In
Wow.
2000, the privately held company hit $1 billion in sales.
Oh, it's kind of funny though. Cows writing "Eat more chicken."
Doubling its performance from when the billboards first debuted. It also rose to the third largest fast food chain in the chicken category, behind KFC and Popeyes.
Nice.
That was also the
Wait, what are the ones? Wingstop? Wingstop I've heard of. Church Chicken I've never heard of.
in the chicken category, behind KFC and Popeyes. That was also the year Kathy and his 3 children signed a covenant promising to uphold Chick-fil-A's principles. The agreement included staying closed on Sundays and never taking the company public.
You know, the company culture is very unique and has clearly led to a lot of success. And culture, it's all interlocked. Like, you pull one strand of it and the whole blanket can unravel. And sometimes if a company's public, someone might want to pull at a strand and might not realize, wow, that's the strand that could unravel the whole blanket here.
Chick-fil-A's fast-paced growth was also fueled by a few key innovations in its operating structure. Each franchise is owned by an independent operator who usually has just one unit and no other business ventures, a model that's still relatively unique in the fast food business. This allowed franchise owners to be focused on the restaurant and truly connected to the community.
Wow.
Employee makeup is another
That's a good thing, right?
differentiator for the brand. Chick-fil-A has said that 2/3 of Chick-fil-A employees have grown up working for the company, doing shifts in high school and college, and ultimately returning for a career with Chick-fil-A after graduating. Chick-fil-A is extremely selective of who is even allowed to become an operator.
Really?
That structure has created a network of experienced franchise owners who are loyal to the brand.
It's the main reason why they're successful, because they have these people that are in the stores every single day. They've gone through a heavy training process. They believe very strongly in the brand, and they are interacting with customers. So
That's awesome.
they are interacting with the employees. They are interacting with everybody, and it really works for them.
The franchise agreement also allows operators to start restaurants for an extremely low cost. The initial fee is just $10,000. In comparison, the fee at McDonald's is $45,000 and Wendy's is $40,000. Unburdened by the debt of a large initial fee, Chick-fil-A franchisee operators are able to put more of their funds into growing and improving their store. The closed on Sunday policy also applies to the Chick-fil-A's operating in stadiums. Its Mercedes-Benz location even remained closed when the Super Bowl was held there in 2019.
Wow.
Analysts say the policy comes with a hefty price tag.
If you do
That's crazy. During the Super Bowl, do you know how much money they would have made? That's crazy.
the math, I think it works out to roughly $1.7 billion in system-wide sales that are lost by being closed on Sundays. Now,
Okay.
again, that's assuming you just open up on Sundays and everything else works normally.
But they also say being closed might actually help the chain provide better service.
Every employee can look forward to time off, no matter how hard they're working, Monday through Saturday. And you know, sometimes that rest and relaxation can do a person real good.
True.
On top of that, you know, the guests, like, they better get to the Chick-fil-A restaurant before Sunday comes, because if they find the time on Sunday and they have that craving on Sunday and they show up on Sunday, not getting any food from that Chick-fil-A restaurant.
In 2018, there were 2,352 Chick-fil-A's in business.
I do kind of like the closed on Sundays and that they seem like so chill. Like, oh, it's the Super Bowl. We're closed on Sundays. You know, I don't know. It's a vibe.
with 234 in malls, 264 on college campuses, and 73 at hospitals, businesses,
on college campuses. That's so smart. If I went to school or college, I would love to have a Chick-fil-A. Oh, I don't eat meat. It's true. I forgot that I don't eat meat. But if I did eat meat, I would love to go to Chick-fil-A while I'm in college, you know? Just, you know, it would be nice.
Airports. The culture of Chick-fil-A today still focuses on the Christian values that Kathy founded the chain on. Outside its Atlanta headquarters, a plaque with Chick-fil-A's mission statement still hangs. Analysts point to the chain's religious backbone as a driving force behind the company's #1 rank in customer service for 4 years, from 2015 to 2019. In a 2018 survey of drive-thrus, Chick-fil-A employees were reported to have smiled 91.4% of the time, while employees of the next highest chain, KFC, smiled 78.5% of the time.
Not as much.
Basically, you're starting to see they're almost kind of a little bit of almost a lifestyle brand, if you will. You come in and it's an experience. From the minute you walk in, you've got that fresh-faced kid who's, greets you.
Why was the controversy again? This seems like a great place to be. I already forgot about the controversy and all of that. I'm digging it.
Thank you. They're polite. They're walking around helping you, etc. It's beyond just a transaction of food. It's an entire experience. And I think you're starting to see some of the bigger brands really.
Ooh, French fries would hit right now.
Really trying.
I'm eating Mexican food today. I ordered some nachos and a burrito. I'm excited.
As much as they can.
Is it Sunday? Burrito.
To mimic that and trying to give you an experience.
Chick-fil-A's Christian values have also been a source of major controversy in recent years. In July 2012, Chick-fil-A came under fire after Truett Cathy's son and the company's current president, Dan Cathy, publicly expressed his views on gay marriage. He told the Baptist Press,
"You are Chick-fil-A. Why would you do that? Like, just keep your opinions to yourself. Nobody cares. It's Chick-fil-A."
that he was guilty of supporting the biblical definition of a family unit. The comments incited backlash in the form of boycotts and LGBT kiss-ins at Chick-fil-A restaurants around the country.
This is also so... like, oh wow, his opinion is different than yours. Oh, like what? Why do we care so much about other people's opinion? What if my opinion is that this room, that the wall in the back is blue, and you're like, no, it's white, and I'm like, no, it's blue. Then just let me think that it's blue. It's not that hard.
According to a brand satisfaction measurement from YouGov,
it doesn't matter. I'm angry. It's Chick-fil-A, god damn it.
The company's rating dropped to its lowest level in 2 years following the comments. The day of Dan Cathy's first comments, Chick-fil-A's rating was 65, 19 points above average. But 4 days later, the chain had fallen to 47.
Wow.
Even though the comments hurt the brand's reputation,
crazy.
The company's annual sales improved. In 2012, the company saw $4 billion in system-wide sales, a 13% increase from the $3.6 billion a year earlier. It also grew 7.4% in average sales per unit.
Also, he didn't even say anything disrespectful. He just said his opinion, his beliefs. Annoying. I'm sorry, but it's so annoying.
Dan Cathy said in 2014...
Same goes the other way around, though. Like, whatever opinion whoever has. Yeah.
That he regretted publicly commenting on gay marriage and that he would stay out of political debates. But in 2017, reports revealed the Chick-fil-A Foundation had donated millions to what critics say are anti-LGBT groups, such as donations to the...
Okay, come on. Why? Are there anti-LGBTQ... What? What happens? Like, how is that gonna... What? I'm so I'm so confused. My head hurts. Why can't everybody just chill? Come on.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes, a sports ministry that believes homosexual misconduct is unnatural in the eyes of God. Again, sales remained unharmed. Chick-fil-A pulled in $8 billion in system-wide sales in 2017, up 15% from the previous year. And the company has still not redeemed itself among LGBT supporters. During the 2019 Pride...
Well, freaking whoop-de-doo. You just...
parade in New York City, attendees taped a large X over one of Chick-fil-A's storefronts. Between 2017 and 2018, system-wide sales improved 12.8% from $8 billion to $9 billion. Its sales per store is higher than any other fast food chain at $4 million. McDonald's generates $2.7 million a unit. Wow. And in 2019, it became the third largest restaurant chain in America by system-wide sales. It surged past when.
Also, even if the owner has opinions, does that make the sandwich any less good? Oh, well, okay, if they donate money to, like, things, it's a bit weird. That was such a weird move. I don't know what to say about that, but still, like, okay. This video is just gonna be me raging because I'm tired. I'm tired of this.
Burger King, Taco Bell, and Subway in just 1 year. Since 2007, Chick-fil-A has doubled its number of...
That's a pretty restaurant, by the way.
...stores to 2,400 restaurants. The majority of its restaurants are still in the South and Southwest. Texas, for example, tops the chart with 391 restaurants, while Georgia has 218. From its history of store openings, however, it seems the company is slowly working to expand its foothold in other regions. Between 2011 and 2018, for example, the company grew from having one location in New York to having 17.
25 years ago, this was a regional concept that was much smaller. And today, you know, depending on what source you use, it very much...
I got scared of the din because even though I don't have... Or I do have, I think I do have a doorbell in this apartment. Nobody's hit it yet. But that sounded like a doorbell and I thought it was coming from the outside. I was like...
Which is the third biggest restaurant concept in the whole country.
That made no sense.
And they're still underpenetrated, some of those heavily populated.
The company is an especially big...
Or top priority.
...threat to other...
They did make the long chicken. Was that not a thing before?
0.5%.
Wow.
Their chicken menu doesn't change. We are experts in chicken. We, will occasionally give you something additional, spicy chicken, or like I said, fish, or whatever it is. But I think by being maniacally focused on what they do, it allows them to then be focused on all those extras, the service, the atmosphere. They're not always searching for what's that next big LTO. Just the energy of their brand and what they do day to day is just once again growing.
The private company declined to
That's a cool nickname.
comment for this piece and is secretive about its financial information and goals. But analysts say
at least 15 more locations in Canada.
Does Chick-fil-A exist in Toronto now?
Looking ahead, they just need to make sure that the quality of what you're doing
Yummy French fries.
high. So
I've never had French fries like that. Are those fries?
of what you're doing
Or hash browns are those called? I don't know what those are, but they look delicious.
remains high. So, if I had to guess, will they achieve that? Yes, but there's no 100% certainty in the future, and I'm sure they're aware of that and trying to work as hard as they can to make sure that odds of success for them are as high as they can be.
If you could own one food franchise, which would you pick? If I could own one? Let me know in the comments below which one you would pick, guys. I would pick... What would I pick? I don't know what I would pick. I feel like McDonald's would be too complicated for me. Burger King too complicated for me. KFC, could be, but you know, I don't eat chicken, so it doesn't really make sense. I would make my own. It would be called the Finns Fish Market. Yeah. Because I do eat fish. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me for this video. I really hope you liked it. Please leave a like. I have too much energy because I had too much coffee. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.